Hello everyone, my name is Amol More and welcome to our channel Solution to Blackbook. Now today we are going to learn a very important JEE advanced concept in which we find out the F inverse X. But we are going to learn it very conceptually and graphically. Okay, so let us start. So suppose you are given a function fx which is equal to x times mod x. Then we need to find out F inverse X. Okay, so first let me tell you that for fx to have an F inverse x, fx should be 1 to 1 function, and it should be onto function, 1 to 1 function and onto function. If fx is 1 to 1 also and onto also, then only F inverse exists. Okay, so there's one more point. F inverse x is the reflection of f of x about the line y equal to x. Okay, so these two are important things which we will understand first graphically. Fx is a 1 to 1 function, it has to be onto function, then only F inverse x will exist, and reflection of fx about the line y equal to x is nothing but F inverse x. Let me give you a very small example. Suppose if you have a graph something like this, there's a curve, okay, and the curve is like this. Okay, so definitely this curve is 1 to 1 because as we are moving from left to right, it is always increasing. So that is why it is a 1 to 1 function. Or very simple sense, you can say that for one value of x, there is only one value of y. Right? There are no two values of x for which the value of y will be same. Suppose if the same function did have this graph, then what would have happened? For two values of x, there is one value of y. So which is not happening, right? It will be many to one function, and many to one functions are not accepted. So this particular function which we have drawn the graph of is 1 to 1 also. Okay, and let me say its range is the same which is given from 0 to infinity. Okay, and which is actually a part of codomain which is given. That is why it is a 1 to 1 and onto function, hence its inverse will exist. So we are going to do this question, but before that we are going to understand very simple concepts. So fx is 1 to 1 and onto, hence its F inverse will exist. Now how to find out F inverse? So simply draw a line. This line is y equal to x. This line is y equal to x. Then you have to take the reflection of the curve about y equal to x. So this line is acting as if it is the mirror and it is reflecting your particular curve. So if this is your fx, this particular part is your fx. Let me write it here. This particular part is your fx, then this particular part is your F inverse x. I have also made one video on inverse functions. You can watch it. The link will be provided in the description box. So as we all know, this particular graph is y equal to x square and this particular graph is y equal to root x. If you don't know how do we know that this particular graph is x square and this particular graph is root x, please go to our playlist which is provided in the description box. From there you can find out the lecture number 1, 2, 3, 4 in which I have shown and made you understand how to draw the graphs of x inverse, x square and root x. So basically we understood how to draw the inverse graphs. Okay, so what did we do? We drew the curve, then we drew this line y equal to x, and after that line we took the reflection and we found out F inverse x. That is one of the ways of doing it. The other way could be, now suppose fx equal to x square is given, something like this. Fx equal to x square is given where x is from 0 to infinity. It means it is a one-to-one function. The graph which I have drawn from here, it is x equal to 0 to infinity. The negative side is not taken. Hence this is a one-to-one and onto function. Hence its inverse will exist. How do we solve that? We put y equal to x square, then replace x by y and y by x. X को y and y को x. So this will be x equal to y square. So if you take the root, y will be equal to positive side of root x, or y is equal to negative side of root x. Okay, so f inverse x comes out to be positive root x, or f inverse x comes out to be negative root x. Okay, this is the way of doing it. What you do, first replace x by y, then y by x, then find out y. Then whatever y you find out becomes your f inverse x. But why are there two values? Obviously one value will be rejected. So over here, if x is a positive number, definitely y will also be a positive number. So both x and y are positive. So definitely its inverse will also have the same effect. Both domain and range will be positive. Over here domain, range both are positive, and over here there is a negative sign. Hence it will be rejected. Therefore f inverse x is equal to root x is accepted. So basically we understood that if you are given fx equal to x square, if you are given fx equal to x square where x is greater than or equals 0, then your f inverse x is nothing but positive root x, right, where your x is greater than or equal to 0. This is what you understood by the proper algebraic method. Also I have shown you the graphical method in which we draw x square, then we draw the line y equal to x, then we take the reflection. Reflection graph is nothing but root x graph. So simple. So we understood how to find out f inverse x. First we check whether it is a one-to-one and onto function. Then there are two methods. One is graphical method, in which we draw x square, put up a line y equal to x, take the reflection. But for using this method, you should know how to play with graphs. For that you have to watch my playlist, play with graphs, in very much detail. Or else you can apply this very basic method which every book covers. Replace x by y, y by x, and find out y. One of the functions will be rejected if two functions are found out. F inverse x will be a unique function, always will be a unique function. It could be a piecewise function, but it will be unique. Okay, now coming back to our question was pretty interesting. The question was fx equal to x mod x. Okay, so basically this question has a piecewise thing. What is that piecewise thing? Fx equal to x into x if x is greater than or equal to 0, and it will be x into minus x if x is less than 0. Quite obvious, right? If x is positive, mod opens positive. If x is negative, mod opens negative. So simply x mod x will turn x square over here, and x into minus x will turn minus x square over here. So this is our function. We need to draw the graph of it. Again very simple. So let us draw the graph. So this is our graph. First of all, when x is positive to the right side of 0, we need to find out x square. So this will be our x square. Okay, very nice and neatly drawn. Now if you have some logic and common sense, you will understand that x is negative means towards the left hand side. Means where? Towards the left hand side, means over here, right? But it is not x square. What it is? It is minus x square, means the value of y will be negative. So negative value of y can be drawn something like this. Did you get that? How did I draw that? Let me show you once again. Negative values of x giving you negative values of y. How? Because x square will always be positive irrespective of your x being positive or negative, but minus x square will always be negative, right? Hence your y value is negative. So basically minus x square will be, let me draw it neatly, minus x square would be something like this. Okay, so you've drawn x square and minus x square. I just need it very nicely drawn. Okay, I think, let me try once. Oh, very good. Yes, I got it almost. Okay, so this way I have drawn this function. So this function is a piecewise function, fx equal to x mod x. wherein we have two graphs. One is above x-axis in the first quadrant, other is below x-axis in the third quadrant. Now we need to find out its inverse. As it is a piecewise function, it will become little difficult for us to find out its inverse by replacing x and y. Although you can do that, but the agenda of this session, this video, is to make you understand the graphical meaning. Hence I will do it graphically, because graphically it is a lot more fun. Okay, so let us first draw y equal to x line. Let me change the color of y equal to x line. Let me say I draw a purple line. So this way I have drawn a purple line. Okay, I need to correct this particular function. So let me correct it. Y equal to, yes, now it is totally fine. Okay, now we need to take the reflection. Let us see how do I take the reflection. But before you take the reflection, you can see that it is a 1-to-1 function. See, for no two values of x, there is same value of y. It is always an increasing function. Can you see that? Its value is going on increasing as you go from left to right. Hence, it is always an increasing function. And increasing functions are always 1-to-1. Okay, and it is also covering all the range values from -infinity to infinity. Hence, it is a onto function also. So let us draw the reflection, because its f inverse will exist because it is 1-to-1 and onto. I will take a very nice reflection. Okay, this is the reflection, and over here this is the reflection. So the reflection is also piecewise. So let me do one thing. I will do one fun thing over here. I will change the color. Okay, so this is my reflection, and this particular part, as you can see, this particular part is my reflection. So we have seen two curves over here. So the first curve is nothing but y equal to fx, this particular part, x square. So definitely this particular part will be equal to root x. And over here you have y equal to minus x square. But this particular part will be root of, but inside the root you cannot take a negative value, and over here x is negative. So what you will do, you will put up a negative sign, root of mod x. But still the values of x are negative, hence you will have to put a negative sign. Okay, so for that you need a proper understanding of graph. See, over here this was a graph of root x, but over here the value of x is negative. Hence inside the root you cannot put a negative number. Hence I did put root of mod x, by which the value inside the root becomes positive. But the values of y were negative. See, they are downside. Hence what did I do? I put up a negative sign. So the upper graph is root x and the down graph is minus root x. So this way we have drawn this f inverse x. So as you can see, if I redefine this properly, this will be nothing but root x when x is greater than equals 0, and this was nothing but mod x when x is less than or equal to 0. Okay, so for positive values of x, the inverse is root x. For negative values of x, the inverse is minus root of mod x. How can I write it at once? I can write this down as root of mod x for all x belongs to real number. You will say, yes sir, this is fine. But when the value of x is positive, there is a positive sign. And when the value of x is negative, sir, there is a negative sign. So you will say, sir, how will you get that positive and negative sign? So for that I will use SGNX, signum x. If you don't know what is a signum function, see the playlist of play with graphs and particular lecture of signum function is provided in the description box. Please go there and watch it. How did I understand what is a signum function? So their graph is also drawn. So signum x gives you the value 1 if x is positive, and signum x gives you the value -1 if x is negative. This is how it happens, right? Okay, now you will say, sir, what happens if x is equal to 0? So what happens if x is equal to 0? So it will give us 0. So it will not matter, right? Because if x is 0, root x will itself be 0 and the whole value will become 0. So it will not at all matter. So when I use SG and X, what happens if X is positive, it will be positive root of mod X will be X, right? When X is positive, 1 root of X, this will be when X is positive or equal to 0, and this will be minus root of, inside root I'll have to put mod because X is less than 0. See the same graph I am getting. Hence SG and X root of mod X will be the inverse of the function X mod X. So we did this question by using graphical approach. How did we do it? First of all, we check whether it is a one-to-one onto function. If it is, then we find out its F inverse because it exists. We draw a line y equal to x, which is drawn in purple, as you can see, 45-degree line. And then we took out the reflection of the graph about the line y equal to x. And that is a properly standard graph. Hence we knew it was root x and minus root of mod x. And then we used signum x to compress this expression of the graph. Signum x gives you the positive or negative sign based on the sign of x. This is how we drew the inverse function of x mod x. I hope you liked this video and you understood this concept and the clarity of the concept of the chapter functions, which is called as inverse functions, graphically. Also you understood that. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe to our channel Solution to Blackbook. This is Amol More saying bye bye to you. आज के लिए बस इतना ही.